Welcome everybody to another Tuesday. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Awesome.
I'm doing pretty good too.
Yeah, she's doing better than both of us.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Broden.
Oh, hello.
So, what are you gonna catch, Lisa?
Well, I was targeting some pike because I had some big pike coming today, but right now I'm switching over to walleye.
And you just got off another podcast.
I did. So yeah,
Back to
need
back.
to do a little fishing. Need to like.
At least this one's a little more relaxed.
That's right. I love this one. I don't know about this.
Utah.
Yeah. I don't know about doing those live podcasts or what was it? A Cabela's live on pike fishing, and it was I was totally nervous and I felt like I didn't do a very good job, and it was like didn't flow the way I wanted it to. It was just one of those like totally beating yourself up in your head, but
yeah,
hopefully people enjoyed what they heard and learned a few tips.
I bet you did a good job.
Oh, yeah.
What's that, Mitch?
Can they check it out after the live somewhere?
Yeah, it's on Cabela's page, and it's up there. So
Perfect. Tasha, have you been out fishing?
Not for a little bit. I went out for my birthday out to BC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you and your jumbo perch.
Yeah, there's plenty of those. I don't feel so bad keeping them from there. They have lots.
No. When they tell you to keep as many as you want, it's okay.
Right? Yeah. Well, and they just like, you go out there and because they're invasive, and like the one lake I was fishing had piles of perch that people just left there.
Really?
Yeah, wow. that kind of grinds my gears a bit, but I don't live there, so I'm not gonna say too much, I guess. But
yeah,
I know here, like we're not supposed to do that here. That's illegal here.
But it is an invasive species there.
Yeah, but you're supposed to dispose of the invasive species properly. So putting it in a bag and putting it in the garbage. Yeah, especially like because people leave Prussian carp all over the place. But what they don't realize is a Prussian carp can stay alive for up to 4 days outside of the water. And so therefore, and if there's eggs around or whatever, I've read so many studies about how like their eggs are super strong and they can make it through so many birds' digestive systems. So then, that kind of stuff is getting, taken to other places.
Dispersed everywhere.
Yeah.
And all those lakes are so close together.
Well, that's the thing. And like rivers and stuff, like they're in the Bow, they're in the Lower Old Man, they're South Saskatchewan.
Yeah, for sure. They're everywhere now.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in the Highwood, but I imagine they're probably in the south part of the Highwood somewhere.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Since we haven't talked for a while, how's your season going, Lisa?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I've done fairly well with walleye and catching some big pike, and I got to go fish with Tasha and catch my first ever brook trout. So that was mind blowing to me, and I can't give away the highlight of that one, that I caught another species, and that was a dream fish of mine. So it's on this week's episode, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, it was a beauty.
Awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Were you guys able to do like a catch and cook?
We did. Yeah. Nice. We had a beautiful we caught some beautiful brook trout, and then we cooked a fire on the ice and had an awesome afternoon of fried potatoes and bacon wrapped in trout, and So much goodness.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. I was starving at that point too, so I inhaled that like a crazy woman.
Honestly, it's so true. Like we had so much crazy weather. Like there was times when we first got there, the winds were like 45 or 50 kilometers an hour. And I mean, we would disappear. And then all of a sudden it kind of broke and wind calmed right down. So we're like, okay, nope, just kidding. And the weather would come in again. So we really didn't eat for how many hours? Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly.
So perfect filming conditions.
Yeah.
it was.
Lisa got to see every little bit of southern Alberta weather.
Yeah.
I did.
Like it literally went from like minus 20 something to plus 5 at some point.
Yeah.
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 That's crazy.
In 2 days, like we fished all day, slept on the ice overnight, and then fished again the next day. And yeah, we've hit every single weather system I think down there. Tash, what do you think?
I think so. I was just happy we got that clear night and got to see some mountain stars and it was pretty.
Oh, yeah. That picture you guys have with the fire with you guys beside it, amazing. That's awesome.
That was fun.
It was so fun and such a beautiful moment. I mean, like Tasha and I have talked, so much since then about just how much we elevate each other and there's no competition and we just kept wanting to lift each other up. I mean, she'd catch a fish and, the celebration and vice versa. And I couldn't have found a better angler a female angler to do that episode with. So again, I'm going to say it out loud. Like Tasha, you're a rock star, girl.
Oh, right back at you. I just had so much fun the whole time. Like when I got home, and maybe from the wind, but I had like smile lines on my face. I was like, oh no, I'm almost 40. This is going to be permanent.
So you just have to smile all the time to hide them.
Right? Yeah, I know. No cranky face, no resting bitch face here. Just happy lady all day.
I don't even think awesome. You have that face.
I think it's there. I think it's there. I save that for when I'm at work, so.
Fair enough. How about you, Mitch? You've been out doing some crazy fishing?
Yeah, I'm just kind of making sure my trips count kind of deal. Limited time right now with the acreage and the baby on the way, so we're busy and work's busy, so got to make those trips count. We got up to Cold Lake. That was awesome. Yeah. Did really good for the time of year. And with everyone saying how slow it was, I thought we did really good.
Oh, awesome.
Then Bourbon on the weekend was awesome. So they were firing up. And they're one of my favorites. My dad went out today too and just crushed them too for the last day. So.
And they're so easy to clean and absolutely delicious.
Oh yeah. Yeah, fish tacos out of the tails and that firmer meat you can use for chowders or cook like a scallop or whatever. Lobster. But I think Amber's off the ski hill.
Oh.
What?
Hi.
There she is.
Yeah, I just did a last run here.
How was it?
It was good. For a city hill, it's all we got right here, unless I go to Jasper, but it was good. Yeah, it's not too bad, actually, but we're here with there's like 10 of us here, so we're just ripping around. It's fun.
Oh.
Nice.
It's a nice day for it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Are you getting the snow that we're getting down here?
Not yet. Like, it's just starting to snow today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got so much snow.
Really?
Yeah, like up to 15 inches.
Nice. Wow. That would have been awesome tonight.
Yeah. That was on Friday, though. That came through on Friday. We got a snow squall.
Yeah.
But it lasted like, I don't know, 5 hours or something. So it was a lot of shoveling.
Roland was just asking, how do you guys think the bite's been this year so far? He's in the southeast states and said it's just been a roller coaster of weather, kind of like us too. It's been up and down. Kind of been a little mellower now. We kind of had that spike this weekend, but how's that been affecting your guys' fishing?
Well, I know for myself, definitely a different season than last season, and definitely doing a lot more running gunning because I'm really having to look for them this year, and the bite, like a lot of times right now anyways, on quite a few of the lakes I've fished, the walleye, for an example, are coming in, and like it almost seems like they're coming right up to the lure, and if I could say they're smelling it, like it almost looks like that, and then they just peel off. And I've tried, like, I'm jigging aggressive, I'm laying it flat, I'm doing all kinds of things. I've even switched up baits, frozen minnow, like frozen smelts to suckers to all kinds of things. And yeah, I've just found it to be a different year here for sure.
Yeah.
You guys?
Yeah, same down here. It's all over the place. I've been fishing way different depths too.
Mhm.
Like I haven't really fished anything very deep. Like I'm catching fish in shallow. Even when I was out west perch fishing, like some of the biggest perch I caught in 2 feet of water.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And normally I'm like at least 15 feet.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So that was interesting.
We did that one year at Cold Lake, and it was so much fun.
Were you perch fishing shallow too, Amber?
Yeah, on Cold Lake. This wasn't this year though. This was a couple of years ago. Yeah, it's a lot of fun though.
And even just to go back to that, Tasha, with regards to shallow, like the last couple weekends or whatever, last couple times I guess I've been out fishing, I'm finding most of the walleye in that 6-7 feet. So it's very different for me right now.
Yeah.
What time are you finding them in for the early bite when the sun's coming up and the light's going down, or are you finding them later in the day in that shallow?
In the shallow is more, so that would be, we fish like noon, about 11 till sunset. And they were, I mean, not a ton, but they were consistently biting. I was getting hits throughout the day. And then of course, towards right at sunset, I mean, the feeding frenzy came on like crazy, but yeah.
I know when I was up your way, I did good in that 20-foot mark on the drop off, first light and last light.
Yeah.
On one of my first videos this year on ice for walleye, and it was just insane. But that was like 13 inches of ice or something, and it was just bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, that's how it was in first ice. I'm just finding it very different right now, and I don't know if it's because we've had a ton of snow, and then we've got a lot of ice. I don't know. I've been trying to figure out the whys to it, but I don't have the whys yet.
The bait clouds are moving in shallower.
Yeah, definitely that.
Our friend Adam here is asking Mr. Gamble, what are you using for that finicky bite on the walleye? Because sounds like everybody's got a different trick this year. I'd just downsize. Go tungsten.
Yeah.
Tungsten and minnow.
That's what I do.
Or go to a bare treble with the minnow there.
I'm doing that, but go ahead, Amber.
I was just wondering how the fishing has been for you, Lisa. I don't know if I missed it, but up in Lac La Biche for the walleye.
Definitely a different year than last year. It's more challenging. Like I really have to look for them, and doing a lot of running, gunning, and moving, and so on and so forth. And like I was saying, finicky bite in that they're coming in, but not necessarily taking the bait. So changing up a lot, and I agree with you, Mitch. Like downsizing right down to something small, but then I've also upsized my jig heads and stuff to a bigger jig head and a grub and a frozen minnow, and actually found that they were hitting on that.
Yeah, if they're not biting on something, change.
Yeah, that's right.
If something rejects you, go to something else. You can go to something just crazy too. Like if jig head doesn't work, go to a lipless crank. Maybe they just want to be irritated into that bite. You just don't know.
Yeah,
they're
absolutely.
fish. I'm not a fish.
I wish we could understand them fully. But actually, now that you say that too, like I've caught quite a few walleye this year on a rattle bait. A larger rattle bait, you know, I'm sorry, I don't know my sizing right now, but like, you know, whatever that is.
3.5 inches.
I don't use them a lot, so I don't know the number and the sizing, but definitely had some good success.
I know when we were burbot fishing this weekend, Broden started off with a bigger crank. I think it's from YEG Cranks out of Edmonton, the Joker. It's like a white and purple, and he was just crushing them.
Nice.
The birds are coming in. It's that pre-spawn right now, so they're aggressive. They're getting aggressive, trying to find their spots to spawn. And those lipless cranks crushed. And my dad went out today and did the same with them too. So it just depends what stage. I think you just never know. They can be in like the best time of year fishing, but they could be so finicky too. So
absolutely. I know I've been running two holes and a smaller jig with just a minnow on it, and then 7 feet apart I drop down like a big number 4 spoon or one of those big rattle baits, like big rattle baits, and just like rip it, slam it on the lake bottom, so on and so forth. And then I just drop it, leave it, and then I come over and I jig a little, and boom, 2 full days of wicked fishing like that.
Nice. Have you guys seen? I know it's more of a central Alberta thing, but have you seen the walleye populations depleting in your guys' area?
Not really that I've noticed. Not in the summer anyway. I haven't targeted walleye this winter. But
most of our lakes are closed, like you can't keep anything. But I'm catching, like, I think the walleye are getting a lot bigger. Like Lake McGregor is a lake I fished quite a bit and used to be commercial fished even. And the walleye are definitely getting healthier in there. And I'm finding them in more places than they used to be. So that's a positive in that lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, and up here I'm finding, like, in particular, Lac La Biche Lake, definitely more slot sizes, right? Whereas like kind of the last few years, it was hard to even find any within 50 to 55, which is a keeper. But I mean, I'm even finding them in much smaller slot sizes, and so definitely not a depletion. And then some of the other lakes that I'm fishing around Lac La Biche, same thing. Maybe not your jumbo walleyes, but lots and lots, in that mid slot size range. And just to kind of support that with Lac La Biche, anyways, the one big notice this year is when I'm in my fishing shack and I have the camera down. I mean, last year you'd see the odd perch here and there, and this year there's I want to say hundreds. It is like the whole bottom is just constantly moving, and so I think that obviously plays a difference into what's happening here.
Are they a lot of up-and-comer perch? Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot that I've seen on camera that are jumbos. A few, but the majority are your fingerlings, quite small.
Yeah. I know, like, with Gull and Sylvan, since it's been on tags and Gull got wide open for walleye, you're catching perch. Like, the first couple of times, I think the first time on Sylvan this year, we're whitefish fishing, I got 4 like 8-inch perch, not targeting perch, But it's just like wham, bam, bam. And I'm seeing a lot of people catching them. And I think with that walleye population kind of went down, the perch are starting to come back quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I know they stocked Sylvan 2 years ago or last year. And just like in the kind of early 90s, they'll grow again. And I think we'll just kind of keep doing the same cycle if it doesn't get controlled right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a central Alberta lake with a lot of pressure, so it's hard to find that median.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Do you guys have any trips coming up that you're going on, Lisa?
Nothing concrete, but currently looking at doing a trip into Manitoba on Lake Winnipeg for those beautiful greenbacks, and then hopefully a trip in Saskatchewan, but just waiting on confirmations.
Yeah, greenbacks are amazing. That's a fun trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely been on my bucket list.
You'll catch a ton of saugers while you wait for the big ones.
Oh,
Nice.
I love saugers so much.
It's a sauger fest out there.
No, they're so pretty. I want to ice fish for one so bad.
Have you guys have you guys eaten them? Like, do they taste any different than walleye, or are they pretty much the
I've
same?
never eaten one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
I never
gotta
did
be
either.
pretty close.
I'd assume they'd be delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My cat's being a pain in my butt right now.
Oh,
She wants to sit on my lap, but I won't let her.
That's
just
funny.
be like Ricky and just bring your cat everywhere.
Right? I feel like she would probably enjoy fishing, but as long as I like carry her, I can't see her wanting to walk very far. She's a sleepy kitty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She just sleeps all day.
Do you have any trips planned, Tasha?
Nothing too crazy like until I go up for the ladies event, but I am gonna head out with Todd hopefully to Kananaskis next week.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
so we'll see if we make it out there. I have only been out there the one day and it was pouring rain, so it wasn't really the best day.
Right on. That sounds awesome. I haven't been
Yeah,
up there.
I think it was good.
Yeah.
Are you guys going for bulls?
Yeah, that's the plan.
I've gone twice, well, without a flasher, and I had one bite. I don't know if I like that lake at all.
Yeah, I fished. Well, when I was there, I had a flasher, but it was also like minus 36, and we had to drag the tents in horseshoes, or not horseshoes, snowshoes. It was cold, and I had one follow right up to the hole. I saw him, and he took off, and that was all that I saw. But it was fun. It was good.
Yeah, I don't know what it'll be like. Like, normally this time of year, it's so cold, so they start to get lethargic and, kind of move into their little wintering hiding spots for a bit. But I think it's going to be different this year. Like, I haven't spent a lot of time out there, but I think I'm definitely looking to fish some different depths than I usually do. Like, I'm usually pretty deep, but I think I might move in shallow a couple spots, and the lakes are like they seem like they're decently high too. It kind of gives you a lot of room to work with.
Yeah.
And I'm old school. I have a flasher actually that a buddy gave to me, but it's like one of those old school ones, kind of a tower with lights on it. But
is that like the old Hummingbird or Lawrence?
Yeah,
that just
yeah,
feels
yeah, for
deadly.
sure. And But last time I was out there, I forgot it. So then, it was pointless to have it. But I'm going to make sure I bring it next week. Hopefully it helps.
That'd be sweet. I'd love to see that thing work in that depth.
Right? I think it'll be.
You'd have to
We'll
get a
see what
video.
happens.
Right on.
Yeah, I think with everything I know about like lake trout and stuff, I'd be a lot more well equipped now. So I did that years ago, and I think now fishing lake trout seems like bull trout and lake trout are kind of the same kind of. They have the same characteristics when it comes to chasing and all that.
Yeah.
On the flashers and whatnot. So I think I could do a little better and target them a lot better next trip, but I'm scared to go.
Well,
3 skunks is bad.
It can be a brutal lake. Like you can have good days where you catch tankers, and then you'll have days where you don't see a single thing. And I guess just make yourself a nice lunch and enjoy the mountains.
Yeah. When I
if
go,
it's slow, like I always
Yeah.
try to make those days out there kind of worthwhile that way anyway, because it's so pretty. It's one of the prettiest places I've ever fished. So, it's hard to have a bad day even when you're not catching, but I live a lot closer too, so it's a little easier for me to drive down there. Less of a big trip anyway.
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
when I go down to Kananaskis, it becomes a 1-day snowboarding, 1-day Kananaskis type trip. So
Yeah.
it's always like worth it for sure. It's a good trip.
Do you have any trips planned, Amber?
I'm gonna be going to Cold Lake in what is it? The tournament in mid-February.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
So I'm really excited I've been going to that one every year, and then it becomes more of like it's just a lot of fun. It becomes like a big social event too. Like, all your buddies are out there, and you're gonna run into people, and we all camp out on the ice, and people are driving by their sleds and popping by, and like it's just so much. And there's a little bit of competition, and it's a lot of fun. So, this year I'm bringing my now 6-year-old. It's gonna be his first time camping out on the ice.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. As long as it's like nice, like not like -40, but
Yeah.
I got a pretty good setup now.
That's awesome. How exciting for him. Hey, is he excited?
He doesn't know yet. I usually just he just kind of comes with me.
He just kind of
He kind of has no choice.
get in the truck. We're going. Yeah, hopefully this year it's a little warmer. I know the last few years it's been -30 something, but
yeah.
Yeah,
last year it was cold, and we ended up getting a bunch of us ended up getting a cabin with a hot tub and stuff. So, yeah, it was still nice, but less fishing, so we can't fish through the night like everyone else.
Yeah. And I don't even like the Laker bite's not that great in the overnight anyways. You might get one a couple hours before light, a couple hours after, but after that I've never caught one in the middle of the night, but
yeah. I've seen them caught, but yeah, it's definitely a lot slower.
Yeah. And it sounds like there's going to be a lot of people up there, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, should be. So I got that trip, and then just like poking around here, and then I got the ladies fishing adventure with Tash and Lisa and a whole bunch of other ladies. So I'm excited for that one. That's going to be a lot of fun too. So those are pretty much the two big ones I got to look forward to this winter, and then it's springtime. Really quick here.
Yeah, it seems like it's just blowing by this year.
Yeah.
You'll be floating in no time.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It is.
And Lisa, on that note, are you booked up fully yet, or a couple more spots?
No, a few more spots. Saturday is fully sold out, so that's super exciting. And Sunday, I haven't looked recently, but I think we're over half sold on Sunday already. So yeah.
Awesome.
And we upped our numbers from last year. Last year we took 50 ladies, and this year we went to 80. So that's a big number.
That is a big number. That's crazy.
I'm
That's
excited.
Awesome.
It's really going to be honestly so great. And we have 15 female volunteers. And just recently, so this is just new, Tasha and Amber don't even know this. I had 2 female fish and wildlife officers, actually one's a corporal, one of only 2 in Alberta, reach out on Monday, and they're going to join us because they would really like to talk. Yeah, it's so like, honestly, I was just so honored that they had reached out and wanted to be a part of our event, and they want to share about how to read the regulations, how to do the app, and all the great things you can have and do with your app, to measuring a fish properly, to they got a few fun things up their sleeve, and they are fun. So I just was completely honored that they wanted to be a part of this, and just all chat and ask questions and all of that good stuff. So
that's awesome.
That's so cool.
I if I know them, Lisa, because I used to live up in Athabasca.
Okay, yeah. The one is coming from Athabasca, and the other one is coming from Fort McMurray.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, super excited. And then we're also just recently, actually yesterday as well, we have a how would you say, like sorry, I probably don't have the right words, so everyone, my apologies, but she's a strong Aboriginal woman who is going to talk to all of us about the connection with the land, kind of like their ceremonies they do before they fish. She's a holder of a pipe for her people and stuff, and there's just so much, and I'm learning so many new terminologies. So my apologies. I mean, no disrespect if I've said the words wrong, but I'm so pumped for this woman. She is just amazing to listen to, and she is coming to our event. So.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is.
That's awesome.
I really look forward to that.
Me too. Like,
the world would honestly, like, if everyone was connected, even just like a slight bit, as much as the indigenous people are, to the world, like to Earth and Mother Nature and everything, like it'd just be such a better place. And I think we have a lot to learn.
Absolutely. And listening to her talk is like, she also has her trapper's license, so she does a lot of trapping. Oh, cool. And she talks about kind of the ceremony that they do before they go trap, and the thanks and all of that kind of stuff. And I didn't really talk. I just let her talk because it was absolutely moving to listen to her.
Wow, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, that would be an amazing experience for anyone.
Yeah. We're super pumped.
All the guys are left out, but
I know. I've had a couple guys.
So sad.
I've had a couple of guy friends ask me if they could wear wigs and tongue.
Was awesome. That BJ?
A couple of jealous guys out there.
That is awesome. Yeah.
No, that sounds like an amazing experience. Like, Indigenous people who are here first and know the land and everything, and I believe in Mother Nature more than anything, and that's kind of how I feel. I don't have no religious beliefs, but I always think Mother Nature's looking out for me when I go out and harvest something or fishing and stuff, and that's just how I kind of live my life as well. And it's just amazing that you have someone coming to teach everybody else how they feel about that.
Absolutely. And to really, talk in depth about it. And I think all of us, I'm not going to say all of us, but I think a lot of us that live in the outdoors, you know, we have our own rituals, right? I know every fish I release, there's always a thanks, and same with, you know, any animal that I'm going to use the word that I kill. There's always a thank you for it, and you know, my little ritual that I do. So it's going to be so amazing to be able to relate and listen to her and what they do, and yeah,
100%.
So cool.
Yeah, that sounds just amazing. Like that event's gonna be just off the hook. Like
it's bigger and better than last year, and you know, it just keeps growing. And honestly, Mitch, though, like Tasha, Amber, and all the other 13 volunteers, I mean, I can't speak enough about the volunteers and all the amazing anglers / friends / whatever that are showing up. I mean, you can't have an event of that size without amazing people, you know, helping out and being a part of it and showing their expertise and wanting to also make a difference. So I super proud of the team that's all going to show up that day.
Yeah. It sounds like you got an amazing crew helping you with that. So
great friendships, like all the ladies from last year. Like we had so many laughs, and like it was just great. Like it was just good energy the whole time, and so I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm excited. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm excited
I wish I was excited to go.
maybe we'll just have to do like a you know, anybody can come one at some point.
I think so. Or just the guys one, yes. But that one,
just the guys one.
I don't think that would work.
With all female volunteers, I love it.
No. That wouldn't work at all.
I don't know. That would be fun. Like, so we get to tell dudes what to do for a whole weekend.
No one would be fishing.
No.
Oh, my bait fell off my hook again.
Oh, Lord.
But yeah, no, that won't work at all. We have to have a whole different aspect to a different thing, I think.
Yeah.
But
might have to do some fun tournament idea without calling it a tournament. Where like, you know, you spray paint a little 4x4 square and you can't go outside of it. You know, some challenging things for the guys. You can only use these 5 hooks. Like, these are things I've been thinking about.
That sounds like torture to them.
Yeah, 4 walls. It just sounds like prison.
That's funny.
I know you guys. Lisa's you have your show going. It's been on for a while now.
Yeah.
Is this your last episode right now, Erin?
It is. So in 2022, I filmed 6 episodes because we, you know, the agreements and stuff didn't happen till June, July. So we did 6 episodes. Yeah. And the last one is with Tasha and I down south. And yeah, so it's all 6 have been released.
It was weird watching myself.
Right?
And all my family laughing at me. I don't realize how many random things I say actually out loud.
I think you're just a natural, and I think it's awesome to be able to just show your true personality, and you were just you, and nobody, you weren't trying to be anybody else, and that's why people love it, Tasha.
Well, I think like I could never have had that experience fishing with anyone else, because fishing with you, first of all, like we're on the same level that way, and we appreciate so many of the same things. And then also Andrew is a buddy, and like, you know, so having him and his talents there, and you know, he's getting in our jokes and laughing at us, and you know, so that you guys just made it so much easier. Like I was so nervous, you can't even believe how nervous I was.
Yeah, it didn't show at all.
But
didn't
once
show
we got, but that was leading up to it. Like once we got out on the ice and like started doing our stuff and doing what we do, that's kind of where I settled in a little, because I don't know. It was just a day out with Lisa.
When does that episode, when does it come out? Did it already come out?
Yeah, so Monday was the first airing of it at noon. Tonight, I'm sorry, is it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Tuesday. Today was like 6:30 a.m. I think.
Yeah, and then tomorrow is 8 o'clock, and then Friday morning at like 3 a.m. and then Sunday at 6:30, I believe.
And that's on the Sportsman Channel and Fishing Network?
Yeah, the World Fishing Network is on, sorry, I don't know those times off the top of my head, but there are 2 on Friday night and 1 on Saturday morning.
That's awesome. When can you start watching it online? For those people who don't have cable.
Yeah, that's a bit of a work in progress. So I'm trying to figure out all the rights and wrongs to that, and hopefully it'll be on a YouTube channel here sooner than later. But right now, unfortunately, you just can't at the moment. But maybe in a month or so.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It'll be at my next fly tying show.
See, there you go. Yeah, no, it's definitely had a lot of fun filming, and of course, as you mentioned, Tasha, Andrew is a very talented videographer and a lot of fun. So that helps. And got to go up to Tree Lake Lodge. Sorry, go ahead, Em.
Oh, I gotta go out with Andrew once before a couple of years ago, and I know exactly what you guys are talking about. Just how like easy he makes it for everyone. It's just comfortable. It's fun.
Yeah.
Like it's fun. Yeah. It's
Absolutely.
a really good time.
How was the first year of filming, Lisa? I know it's like bringing the knowledge to everybody, but I know there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that is not like fishing. Like it's a lot of work for sure.
It is a lot of work, like you said, what you guys get to see is the half an hour episode, but all the work that goes into it, from paperwork, office work, sponsors, making sure this, that, and everything is properly given to the networks, and it is a ton of work. I don't even know that I realized how much until I got into this and fully into it now. But it's like anything. I mean, if you want something and you want to go after it, you just do it. You learn it. You figure it out as you go. I mean, I didn't know how to do half this stuff, and suddenly I'm doing it. So, and then the filming itself, it's fun in the finished product. You guys, hopefully, people enjoy it. But there's a lot of hours that goes in to make a 30-minute episode.
Mm-hmm. Adam, our regular Adam, was wondering if you'd ever do exclusive YouTube shows on top of that as well.
Yes. There's some chatter about that. So.
Oh.
Can't say too much more yet, but yeah, there's.
You're just gonna be just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, it's there's a lot going on.
Yeah, no.
But I definitely would consider
it. I love how she just laughs. There's a lot going on, and just laughs, like leaving us all in suspense.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to see me cry, because that's about how I feel right about now.
No.
No.
I'm totally kidding. Just a lot of moving parts, and we're just trying to figure out. I'm a big believer in not everything needs to be one road. So just trying to figure out kind of what those side roads look like, and do the best we can for everybody. And again, TV is amazing, and it's phenomenal. And you get to reach so many people, and honestly, that's why I did it. It really came to me last year after the ladies ice fishing adventure, and just seeing how many people we reached, and the emotions. I mean, some of the ladies cried, and some were just super happy and cried as happy tears, just like, wow. For some people, just driving on the ice was a huge accomplishment, let alone touching a fish for the first time or what have you. And honestly, that's when it really started to like click for me that this was just an amazing way to reach more people. And because my show is very different, very story driven, very, trying to bring back that it's not just about the fish. There's so much more, and enjoying the evening, as an example, Tasha, that we got to fish. And even you said, you fished your whole, long time, we'll say long time. And you even said it. You said you don't think you've ever fished by a fire at night or till midnight type thing. And so that stuck with me. That made me feel so amazing that I got to bring something to you that you got to cherish, and as one example. So yeah, long-winded answer, but yes, there's always avenues and room for branches, if you will.
Yeah, no, you can feel the passion.
What's that?
That
Go
picture. 100%.
Thank you.
And yeah, I have not watched it. I'm sorry. I don't have TV.
Don't be sorry. That's okay.
Tell Sportsman Channel and the World Fishing Network to get it online.
Yeah.
Yes. I know. Sorry.
Oh, just the same with me as Mitch.
And I know Sportsman Channel Canada is in the works of figuring out a way, not a way, but they're working on their app, I guess, or however you want to word that, to be able to stream. So hopefully by the end of this year, we will have that, but not as of yet.
Yeah. No, that'd be awesome. I think you'd reach so many more people the way everything's going with society and just media pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a big outreach. I know Wild TV has it, but I don't think anybody else does yet.
Or you could put it on Netflix, and I can watch it.
Yep. There are options for sure. I just, it's all so new, and honestly, like, we're 6 weeks in, and so now it's kind of taking that time to think about, the pivot points. What next? Where do we go? How do we do this? How do we reach more people, and what avenue is the best?
Yeah. Or just send your friends a copy so we can see it.
Yeah. That. Start my own streaming.
Right?
Yeah. Just friend streaming.
Yeah. Okay, that almost sounds like a friends only. No.
Or Lisa, next time you're watching it, just record it on your phone and then send all your friends.
Got it. Noted.
Well, you can give us the play-by-play. At this point, I was doing this, and
I try not to watch it because, like Tasha says, it's so hard to watch yourself and hear even just the littlest things. Like, okay, I'll let you guys in on a little thing. Like, growing up, I was bullied a little bit for my laugh. Okay, maybe a lot of it. and so to hear yourself laugh, but then some people have left nice comments saying, best part of the show is hearing your laugh. And so the only reason I'm sharing, I know I'm going to cry, but the only reason I'm sharing that is because life is tough, and, people can be bullies, and we all know social media can be hard on you, and so on and so forth. But it's amazing how something when you were younger and you got bullied for it and kind of made fun of and all that good stuff turns around to actually be an attribute and something that I'm kind of proud of. I mean, after a while, I'm tired of hearing it, but anyway.
No, you have a wonderful laugh.
Thank you.
Yeah, makes you who you are.
Yeah. Well, it's unique, I'll tell you that.
Adam was saying if Andrew ever needs another apprentice camera guy, he'll come help.
He'll come help. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate that.
You can tell how much passion you have in the show and everything from just talking with you always. You love what you do and you love bringing it to people and everything we've talked about. And that's amazing.
Oh, thanks, Mitch. I appreciate that. It means a lot to hear that, and thank you, truly.
Yeah. And I know Tasha is having fun bringing her fishing aspect there too.
Oh, it was good. There are some good bloopers. Like, I'm not gonna say what they are, but at the end of the episode, Lisa told me about one of them, and then at the end of the episode, there's one, and I don't even know what I was thinking. I did not think that was gonna be on there, and I laughed so hard. I did record that part though, Mitch, so I'll send it to you guys in our group chat so you can see that little bit.
Okay.
You have bloopers at the end, Lisa?
What's that?
You have bloopers at the end?
I do have bloopers at the end. So
like Bill Dance?
So yes, there's two bloopers at the end. Tasha, you rock it, and then honestly, just please watch till the end, everybody, because the first part is amazing. I mean, to watch Tasha sing, I mean, hello, that's great.
But that last little bit,
yeah, gave part of it away, and then the rest of the blooper, like you're gonna rewind and you're gonna play it and you're gonna rewind. You're gonna play it.
Yeah, that's what we did. We did that last night. I was watching it with my family and some friends at my parents' house, and we were like, we missed that the first time, and then we rewound it back, and we were all just dying. Like, I had tears. I was laughing so hard. Oh, it was good.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Anyways.
awesome.
Needless to say, we had a lot of fun.
We did.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. It looks awesome from the few photos that you guys posted. Those are just like teasers.
Little teasers, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any plans for March? Any March Madness targeting?
Just the women's event, and then the Edmonton Sportsman Show. So I'll be tying at that with Barry White and the crew.
No.
Yeah, they asked me to tie with him again. I actually got a text message from Barry. I was like, oh, he's got my number. But and then the last weekend of March, usually try to do something, because that's kind of everything kind of shuts down after that for a while. So
the Edmonton Sportsman Show will be awesome. So you got to go by to the fly tying booth and go mingle with Amber there.
Yeah, that's right.
When is it?
It's like, I'd have to. It's the middle of March. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It's the 17th or the 16th to the 19th.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
I came up last year, but you weren't tying, so I had to talk to Broden.
Oh.
He was standing there, so.
I was standing there?
No, Broden was. You did. You weren't there. I talked to Brad earlier, Fenson. He just got off the stage, then went over to see if you were tying, but you weren't. But Broden was standing there. I think he was buying some books from a couple guys.
Right on.
I met up with Broden there. I think that was the first time we met. Then we've been on a couple of fishing trips since then, so it's been good.
That's awesome. That's like one of the reasons I love the Sportsman Show so much, is just like the mingling and putting faces to names, and just so much fun. Yeah, it's a good time. If I could be there all 4 days, I would.
And with the way things are going, I bet you this year is way bigger than last year. It was kind of the feeler last year. Everyone was kind of scared to book, I think.
Yeah.
But it was still a good turnout last year. And this year's, I think, will be amazing.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun last year. And I agree. I'm looking forward to this year. I'll see you there, Amber.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. Last year there wasn't as many, like it wasn't as big, but it was packed.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to get out of the house.
Yeah.
True story.
it's just a great event to bring people together.
Yeah.
It is.
With the new show, season 2, Lisa.
Yes.
Got any super sweet plans? Or can we talk about them yet?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I can talk about those yet. But I can tell you one of my goals, and it looks like a good chance that it's gonna work out. And one of my goals for this second season was to fish BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and I threw it in there as Ontario, hoping. And so far, things are looking up. So
Sweet.
Nice.
that's yeah. It's always been a goal just to say that I've hit quite a few of the provinces, and so to try and do that in season 2, I might be a little lofty, but hopefully it works out.
Are you
Oh,
going
I'm
to?
excited.
Was this year? This year was mostly fishing only.
Yeah.
Are you going to bring in hunting to the show?
You know what? I would love to hear people's thoughts on that, because I'm a bit torn. I part of me wants to just stay fishing, partly because there isn't a lot of females out there that have their own fishing show.
Yeah.
But I also love that I love hunting. I'm well-rounded that way, and so yeah, I'm not sure if people want to see a hunting episode or they just want me to stick to fishing. So
Yeah, for sure. You could do a hunting episode with fishing.
yes.
And do the super catch and cook.
Right? Holy heck. That would be
I have
that
a
would
place
be an
for you.
interesting episode. That might have to be like the Cree Lake Lodge one, to be continued. Part 1 is fishing, and then part 2 is the hunt. So yeah.
That'd be amazing. Tasha, are you gonna get another 30-pound pike before the end of the season?
Ooh, hopefully I got my freezer stocked with suckers. So I'm patiently waiting. Hopefully next couple weeks I can get out there, and first week or 2 of March.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That would be fun. Oh man, I miss fishing for those fish so bad. My Camry doesn't get into all those spots, so I usually have to meet up with a buddy or walk in. And it's quite a bit of, the place I like to go is quite a bit of a walk. So hopefully I can plan some trips with some friends and kind of get out there and, get in some big guys.
For sure.
Awesome.
March will be amazing. Amazing time to get on that.
And it's been so nice out. Like, it's hard not to just want to be out fishing.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Even with our polar vortex that came through this week.
Luckily, it was only like a day and a half of real cold, and then it kind of dissipated already. It's like -8 here today, I think.
Yeah.
I can deal with that. That is t-shirt weather in the sunshine.
Oh, 100%.
We're not going to wear a coat all day fishing.
Right?
Oh. Lisa, why aren't you fishing?
Yeah.
Because sometimes it gets in my head, and then I just put the rod down. And I just think about it for a minute, and then I'll pick it back up.
Dead stick.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, is there anything else you guys want to touch on tonight?
Well, I have about an hour before the hill closes, so I think I'm gonna go for a few more rides.
That's sweet, Amber.
That's awesome, Amber.
I'm like, I wasn't sure if I'd even be able to make it this long, and I'm like, I'm gonna go, and my friends are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I gotta go sit in my car for an hour, and I'm gonna talk fishing. So, and they just like laughed at me, but they'll never understand because they don't fish. So they just think I'm crazy. But
I thought you would have went to the lodge and grabbed a beer.
do you know what? The lodge here doesn't have beer. Isn't that crazy? I asked him, so we brought some Fireball.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Yeah, but
Well, you better get on the hill.
okay, sounds good.
Enjoy.
Okay, and I'll see you guys at the Sportsman Show and the ladies event and maybe Cold Lake
Sounds great.
at some point.
Where can they find you, Amber, at?
At Cold where? Oh, at Amberfish. That's my Instagram, or just my name, Amber Serban, on Facebook. Yeah.
So go check her out. Some awesome
I know
content.
you can't see me.
Just like an outline of Amber today.
There's just a toque and some shoulders.
Do you want to see? Can you guys see my toque? I don't know if you see it.
No.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't it cute?
Fishy toque.
I can't see your toque.
No. It's like a bunch of trout.
Oh, yeah. Now I can see it.
That's sweet.
That is a fancy toque.
Yeah, I like it. All right. Okay, well, you guys have a good night.
You too, Am.
Yeah, you too, Amber.
Okay, see ya.
Are you guys going to the ski hill?
No, man. It's dinner time.
Yeah, for sure.
Fishing time.
Lisa, where can everybody find you?
On Instagram, Alberta Roper Girl, and on Facebook, it is Lisa Roper Outdoors.
And on Sportsman Channel?
Right? And see, I'm just not there. Yeah. Sportsman Channel Canada and the World Fishing Network.
So make sure you catch it. Last episode this week. If you can backtrack it somehow, what were those old things called?
It'll be so the next after this week, it'll rerun. So there'll be
nice.
You can catch them all in the next 6 weeks as well. So yeah, it's kind of nice they're doing that.
Perfect. I'll try to maybe drive into my dad's and catch some.
Awesome. That'd be great.
Tasha?
Tasha Miss on Instagram and Tasha Eaglesham on Facebook.
So make sure you check everybody out. These are phenomenal fishing people. And you can find me here every Tuesday and YouTube with new fishing adventures. So we'll see you next Tuesday, everybody. Have a great weekend. Get out fishing. It's supposed to be really nice, like above zero.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Bye.